There's so many gurus online, especially on YouTube, telling people like you that you can succeed with a marketing agency or an online service-based business if you simply follow their steps. The thing that nobody talks about is that they haven't made their money running said online service-based business or marketing agency. Instead, they make their money from teaching you how to do said thing, and they charge a pretty penny for the privilege of sitting in a Zoom call, listen to them talk about mindset, or the fact that you have to just do more cold outreach. And look, I'm not ashamed to admit it that I have students that jump on one-to-one calls with me and learn from me. I personally think that if you want to get to a specific position in life, the best way and the quickest way to get there is to speak to somebody that's currently there or has been there before that can actually give you some value. But you're fooled by all these YouTubers and content on social media making you think that you can succeed if you just simply pay for their course, pay to be in their community, and just follow the steps that you're told to follow. The truth is that most of it is smoke and mirrors. They make the money from selling courses, they make the money from teaching you how to do said thing, and they haven't actually got any experience doing the thing. So as most marketers enter the space and look for a shortcut or a quick way to get rich or a quick way to sign clients and end up just changing niche after niche, and then they just say it doesn't work and they just jump onto the next thing, which is drop shipping, which is AI, which is Amazon FBA, which is Forex, whatever else there is out there on the internet. I'm just going to be real with you. It's going to be difficult. It has been very difficult for myself over the past year that I've been running my social media marketing agency. I have faced hundreds of rejections. I've struggled to sign clients, and you will too. You will face hundreds of rejections every single week. You will struggle to sign clients, and you'll struggle even more to retain those clients. You will sign clients and you will feel on top of the world, and by the time the end of the month comes, they will leave because they're not happy with the results. If you're doing e-com ads or lead generation campaigns, you will launch campaigns for your clients, start spending the money, and quite simply not get any results. It's going to be tough, but do you really want it to be easy? Because anything in life that's worth having is very difficult to get. And as I said before, I've been running my marketing agency now for almost a year full time, and I have genuinely failed so many times. If there's one thing that I could share with you from my journey, is that you just need to continue no matter how you feel. Just never ever give up. The only shortcut to success is the hard work that you're quite simply avoiding. You just want everything quickly, you just want everything to work easily, but that's not how entrepreneurship works. It's going to beat you down, you're going to be on the floor, and you'll get beaten up whilst you're on the floor, and you'll feel like you want to give up, and right at that moment, what you do is you get up and continue. Now I get it, right? I'm not knocking courses or communities because there is value in those things, especially if you're in the correct one or you purchase the correct course. But what I am knocking is those that portray a certain lifestyle to sell that type of course or that type of community to those that are just easily impressed by those sort of things. Most of those people want the lifestyle, but they're never going to put the work in required to acquire that type of lifestyle. As an example, Chris, one of my students, at the start of the year, he's messaged me saying that he's got an agency, he's been freelancing, he's been trying to make it work for a couple of years now, but it hasn't really worked, and he's just been sort of throwing shit at the wall and nothing has stuck. Within 5 weeks of working with me, he went from having a name for his agency and an idea of where he wants to be, to smashing content for his agency, to getting more confident in his communication with people and with potential prospects. We implemented a real strategy to acquire clients. He signed his first client and collected $2,000 up front. And now we're currently building a paid ads funnel for his agency to finance client acquisition from that first client that he signed. The thing is that there is so much information out there that you can make it work too. What you need to do is quite harshly stay away from the disease that the YouTube agency space is. And I know it's ironic because I'm talking about it on a YouTube video, but most of the stuff that you see in the agency space on YouTube is absolute and utter bullshit. The marketing space as a whole has changed drastically, especially over the past 2 or 3 years since SMMA became massive on TikTok, and there was a huge wave of young individuals starting their own agencies. There's kids now in this space on Instagram that are smoking cigars, eating takeaways, and cold calling businesses and just straight up disrespecting them and their time. So instead of looking up to individuals like that, and yes, it's funny, but quite simply, it's not going to work, and they don't show you anything what they do for clients, but besides the point. So I'm going to be completely real and transparent and give you as much value as possible in the next 5 or so minutes. Before I do that though, there's a free document that you can download in the description below. If you click my link tree, you can download the 90-day plan for your agency completely for free. It's going to show you exactly how you can start, build, and scale an actual agency with none of the bullshit that you see on the internet daily. Now that's out the way, here's your blueprint to actually succeeding in this space. Learn a high income skill. That can be anything such as SEO, search engine optimization, it can be copywriting, it can be web design, it can be media buying across different channels. As an example, it can be Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, it can be TikTok, where all of the attention seems to be right now, or it can be Google. Pick an industry that you're familiar with and you think that you can help with this skill. As an example, for myself, I am a media buyer. I run a marketing agency that generates leads for home improvement companies. A, because I have construction industry, and B, because I'm really good at media buying. Package that as a service and get eyes onto your service as quickly as possible. Then all you have to do is offer a solid proposition to these businesses within that industry. And that's it. Now there's two parts of a proposition. There's the logical side and the emotional side. If you know anything about sales psychology, you'll know people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So if you're ever going to get onto a sales call and you don't talk about why you're doing said thing, you're missing out on signing clients and making a shed more money. The bottom line is you need to get prospects on that sales call attached emotionally to what it is that your service can provide. Tell them why you do it, and then follow up with value of what it is that you actually do. What is it that your product actually does? What will they get if they purchase that product or service? What will happen if they don't? And I'll tell you one thing right now. Most people will take action because they don't want to miss out versus they just want to buy something. You need to lean into this, especially in your sales calls. And lastly, what value does your product actually provide? You can literally back this up with reviews, with testimonials, with loads and loads of proof, with confidence while speaking on the call. Or if you haven't got any of those, by simply reinforcing the journey from A to B, which your product helps with. Then once again, get in front of as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, and as cheaply as possible. For some of you, that might be paid ads. For others, it might be cold calling. Maybe you're going to do an email campaign, or maybe you're going to implement a content strategy for social media, for example, for TikTok, and try and acquire clients that way. In my personal preference, I wouldn't recommend doing mass emails, especially as somebody that is brand new to the industry without any testimonials or any reviews, because you just haven't got the proof that you can actually deliver what you promise. I wouldn't go down the route of crazy guarantees, money back, we'll work for free, pay on results, any of that bullshit. You just need to position your agency above all of that stuff. And the reason being is because the SMMA market and your target audience has more than likely matured over the past decade, that marketing agency services have been very, very popular. What I mean by that is clients are no longer throwing money at you when you say that you run Facebook ads. Instead, they need multiple touch points. It's not 2017 anymore. So again, you need multiple touch points. You need paid ads, you need VSLs, you need lead magnets, you need value across different channels, you need content, you need email flows, and you need to walk the talk. Whichever channel you choose to reach out on, just remember that you are the expert. And please, for the love of God, stop listening to 16-year-olds that haven't got any industry experience, haven't got any marketing experience, and that are just simply disrespecting business owners whilst cold calling them and not even giving them a decent enough proposition over the phone. I'd recommend looking at big agencies, ones that are doing millions in turnover, because those you can actually extract value from. You can look at how they position themselves. You can look at the type of services they're offering. You can reverse engineer a lot of the things that these bigger agencies are doing, and you will very quickly see success if you implement them correctly. You have to look at what real entrepreneurs are doing and not your favorite YouTuber that posts videos full of value, and all they're really doing is just funneling you into a course or a community. Whilst once again I will highlight in this video so that I don't get comments calling me out, I agree massively, and I'm a huge advocate of communities, mentorship, courses that are actually valuable from those that are ahead of you or have done the thing that they're trying to teach. But that said, 99% of the shit on the internet across all these online industries is bullshit, because people will just fake it until they make it. And that's pretty much it from me. Hopefully you found a lot of value in this video. YouTube, being the clever buggers that they are, have recommended this YouTube video for you. So click that, go and watch it, and I'll see you in the next one.